Hello and welcome, everyone. As you can tell by the whistling of the wind, we are high above the city. In fact, we are on a chartered Lyrandar Airship, the pufferfish, with the racers for the Owl.
And what a beautiful airship it is.
We're up here because we had to squeeze in during practice, which I'm sure our guests would be happy to talk more about.
Currently, they are in the air doing the last bit of training before they land here on the airship for our interview.
You can see just how in sync the two of them are. As the owl pitches, the rider bends to make that most of that momentum. The rider looks menacing. Quite the scowl on that young human.
They've got straw dummies attached to other flying creatures that are, flying around. The rider and the owl are both taking turns attacking each dummy while flying the course set out by some illusioned rings around the airship.
And it looks like House Lyrandar has put different gusts of wind and airflows throughout the course here, so that way they can really put the team through their paces.
Very kind of the house.
But it makes sense, they're assisting all of the racers with this training, and are one of the sponsors for
Let's not mention sponsors. Our listeners zone out whenever they hear that. It looks like they're coming down.
Wonderful. And here we have with us Cyopilia Fetera, the jockey, and Tyluan, the giant owl mount. Thank you both for taking time out of your busy schedules.
Of course, Miss Alufi and Mr. Sylas, we are only too happy to talk about ourselves on your most esteemed broadcastings.
Thank you.
You were both quite ferocious during that last bout of training. What is your secret?
Our secret is knowing exactly who to attack and where our opponents are. Unlike others who may fight their mounts or riders, we are entirely a team. Cyopilia and I are one in the air. There are no commands issued or bestial intuitions to interpret. We communicate and act as a single being.
That is such an interesting take on the rider-mount dynamic, acting as much in unison as possible.
So, how do the two of you get into unison? Do you take meals together, constant training?
Well, we were specifically matched.
Nothing so trivial, Sylas. Naturally, we are not like other pairs, where the best jockey and the best Pegasus are paired up and a bond made. Cyopilia and I are indeed good friends, but the Owl team takes upwards of 6 months to find and pair riders and flyers together. This isn't like office work or adventuring parties. We have to be totally in sync in the sky.
Tyluan and I speak a language that no one else can. Like a married couple who can tell what the other needs without needing to signal it.
A couple? You fool of a thing! What a scandalous thing to say in front of all of Shan.
Totally platonic, though, I'm sure.
Please, don't make this weird, Alufi. I have an image in my head already.
Sylas, I am not making it weird. I was trying to do the exact opposite.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah, I agree with that request. Miss Alufi, what other kinds of queries do you have for us?
Who do you consider to be your biggest competition this year?
Gargoyle.
Well, it looks like you two aren't totally in sync.
Pegasus, because they always win. They're so fast and strong, and the jockey's so intimidating.
Gargoyle, because they are different from the other teams in that the flyer is much more intelligent than his rider. In all seriousness, I doubt the Gargoyle can beat us in a competition of speed, but those folk are devious with their combat tactics, and word is Karalag has something up his proverbial sleeve.
And we have learned a few of those secrets firsthand.
Unfortunately, we did indeed. But speaking of sleeves...
That was a segue.
Keen observation, Alufi. As I was saying, Harut, the counselor of Middledora, used to fly for this team, specifically as a jockey, despite being an owl himself. Isn't that right?
Why, yes, he did. Harut is quite a wonderful fellow. He is one of the sponsors of our team and checks in on all of us who fly under the banner rather regularly. Now, he will always take a chance to tell everyone about the reasoning behind his polymorphing into a human for the race.
And what reason is that?
It's because, well, he would know.
Because an owl knows how an owl flies better than any critter walking land-bound on two legs. His natural instincts telling him when to expect what kind of air currents, not something easily taught to the likes of Cyopilia and yourself.
Now, Harut has also been known for their interesting fashion choices during the race as well.
Why, yes, he always goes on and on about how he enjoys wearing pants, something an owl body is not very equipped to do.
Pants? Pants?
I would imagine it would be very hard for some birds to wear pants.
She's gonna go off about were-pigeons if we don't keep her focused.
So, do you happen to know of any
Alufi, no.
other birds
No.
that happen
No.
to occasionally wear clothing? Perhaps a were-pigeon?
I'm sorry, Miss Alufi, but I am not one to wear a pigeon, I'm afraid.
No, not pigeons, but I think they might look a little funny wearing pants.
I think a lot of things look funny wearing pants.
Skirts are nice for leisurely flying, but you need a good pair of trousers when you're a wind chaser in the race.
Cyopilia, does that mean you wear the pants in the relationship?
Oh, now see here, Mr. Sylas, that is very unprofessional.
Tyluan does.
Oh. Yeah, where did you even hear that kind of concept, Cyopilia?
One of the Lyrandar Airship said it. It said that we were very together and that we have a bond, like two people in love.
Aw, you guys love each other.
I think that this interview is done. We are at the end of our break, and our trainers insist on keeping us on a strict schedule. Thank you, Mr. Sylas, Miss Alufi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you both. It's been a pleasure getting to speaking with both of you.
Thank you.
And with that, another interview for the Race of the Eight Winds is down. And we are that much closer to the event itself.
Man, they do look so elegant in the air, though.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. And remember to keep an ear out for those echoes of hope.